Hi there, and welcome to class. Thank you for practicing with me today. Today's practice is a gentle, full body stretch. So expect to stretch and strengthen all of the muscles in your body. You might want a block or two in addition to your yoga mat, so grab that. And we'll meet on our backs and fall in bridge with your knees bent and knocked together. Take a moment to relax here, noticing all the sensations that resting in your back gives your body. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale through the mouth. Again, full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale. And last time, full breath in. An audible exhale breath. Now begin to extend your left leg long on your mat and hug your right knee into your chest. Now capture your foot from the outside for a half happy baby and take a little time here, circling out your ankle, bend and extending your leg, and moving your leg around in your hip socket, just moving into a stretch here. Starting to wake up your hamstrings, your hip muscles. Be gentle. Inhale here. And exhale, supine twist. Bend your right knee, pass it to your left hand, and use your left hand to guide it across. You can reach your right arm out to a T or a cactus, and maybe gaze over it to complete your twist. Relax your hips, your shoulders, and the muscles in your face here. Now begin to engage your core. Inhale, unwind. Hug your right knee back in, and then swap it out for your left. You can capture your left foot from the outside and take some free movement here, warming up your left hamstring and hip muscles. Notice how this side compares to your first, how it feels similar, but also a little bit unique. And again, pass your left leg to your right hand and use your right hand to guide it across your body for supine twist on this side. Feel free to gaze the opposite direction that your knees are pointing to twist your neck. And then relax your body and allow gravity to do most for the stretch. Engage your core. Inhale to unwind. Hug your knees into your chest and then open up to your full happy baby. You can capture outer edges of feet, ankles, or behind your knees, perhaps finding a little sway side to side if that feels good. Now begin to hug your knees into your chest. Bring your hands into your knee creases and rock and roll forward and back along the length of your spine. You might take 2, 3, or 4 rotations, eventually gaining the momentum to come all the way up to a seat. Once you're there, extend your legs long in front of you and bring your sits bones behind you. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, and exhale, seated forward bend, begin to hinge forward. Feel free to relax your arms by your legs. Round your spine here and breathe into the back lines of your body, perhaps exaggerating the stretch. Now begin to walk your hands back up towards you, coming to a seat. And then swing your legs behind you. We'll meet in tabletop shape, all fours. From there, inhale for cow pose. Sag your abdomen down as you lift tailbone and gaze. And exhale for cat. Arch your spine. Hug your navel up and in. Inhale, revisit cow pose. And exhale, cat. Now take 2 or 3 more of these on your own, using your own breath, and perhaps exploring some variations of this shape to stretch out your spine, hips, and or shoulders. After your next exhale, we'll meet in a nice, long, neutral spine tabletop. Moving into wrist stretches, twist your wrists so your fingers point out towards the long edges of your mat. And then one more time so your fingers point back towards your knees, thumbs point out. Soften your elbows and shift your weights back just enough to feel a stretch on the underside of your forearm and your wrists. Breathe here for a moment. With your next inhale, shift your weight back forward and unwind your hands. Now flip just your right hand over so your palm faces up and your thumbs point towards one another. Soften your elbows and lean back, stretching the top side of your right wrist. Inhale, shift your weight back forward and swap it out. Left hand is normal, flip your right palm. Soften your elbows, lean back, stretch this side. Inhale, come back forward, flip your left palm back over, and then sit back on your heels and take a moment to circle out your wrist, just bringing some movement back into that place. Now make your way back into tabletop shape. From there, down dog, walk your hands one handprint forward, tuck your toes under, and then send your hips up and back. Take a little time here to work your dog, perhaps pedaling out your legs, swaying your torso, shaking out your head. Inhale here. And exhale, ragdoll. Begin to walk your feet forward to meet your hands. You can arrive with your feet wider than your hips and your knees bent to give your hamstrings a break. Relax your neck here. And perhaps shift your weight forward and back, side to side in your feet to experience the full stretch. Now toe heel your feet to either hip width distance or big toes to touch, and start to round up one vertebra at a time. Once you've made your way to standing, you can take a moment here to roll out shoulders or neck or both. And we'll eventually meet with our hands at heart center, eyes can blink to closed. If you have any intention or dedication for your practice, now's a great time to bring that to your mind. Inhale into that. With your exhale, begin to release your arms down, blink your eyes back to open. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead, upward salute. Interlace your fingers and then flip your palms to face up. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Reach your arms to the right. And then press into your feet, bump your hips a little bit to the left. Engage your core here. And then use your next inhale to lift back up. And the following exhale to stretch the opposite direction, arms left, hips right. Keep your shoulders down your back here. Re-engage through the core. Inhale, lift back up, release your grip. And exhale, cactus back bend, lift your heart high towards the ceiling. Perhaps soften your knees here. Keep engaging your core. Inhale, release, upward salute. And exhale, dive over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release back down, plant your hands. Step back to your high plank position. From there, tap your knees to the mat and lower all the way down to your stomach. Untuck your toes as you arrive, and inhale, lift your heart for your low cobra. Use most of the strength of your back to lift you here, and keep your gaze low so your neck stays long. One more inhale breath. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, last time in low cobra, and exhale, release back down. Inhale, press up and back to child's pose. Bring your knees to the width of your space, your feet together, and send your hips back and down. Take a moment to rest here, noticing the sensation across your back, hips, and shoulders. Now with your next inhale, press into your hands and your knees, make your way forward to tabletop shape. From there, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. We'll meet in a forward fold in the back of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms up and overhead. Peek down, make sure you can see at least your toenails past your knees. Engage your core and keep your heart nice and lifted here. Perhaps sink a little deeper, one more inhale. And exhale, release, dive over straight legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, begin to walk your hands back forward, making your way back into downward facing dog. Down dog, inhale, lift your right leg. Bend your knee, open up your hip, stacking right hip on top of left. You've got a moment or two here for some free movement, loosening up hip and or ankle. Now inhale, re-extend, three-legged dog. And exhale, bring your knee to your nose, engage your core. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step or guide your foot through to a low lunge. Gain your balance, inhale, crescent lunge, arms reach up and overhead. Press into your back toes to spiral your left hip slightly forward, right hip slightly back. And then pull your feet towards one another to engage your legs. Exhale, vertical twist, swing your right arm behind you, left arm in front. Heart faces towards your bent knee. Continue to press evenly across both feet here to maintain your balance. Now inhale, unwind, crescent lunge. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Pivot your back foot face towards the long edge of your mat. Just like in that crescent lunge, pull your feet towards one another to engage your legs. Perhaps deepen a little bit more into your lunge. Now inhale, lift your right arm overhead, bend your elbow, capture it with your left hand, and then pull it back for reverse warrior with half arch your arms. You might gaze back past your back toes to stretch your neck here. Don't forget to keep your lunge. One more breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your arms to a T. Reach forward. Bring your right elbow to your right thigh. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Shine your heart more towards the ceiling than the ground here. And perhaps gaze up towards the ceiling to twist your neck. Draw your shoulders low towards your hips. Start to engage the sides of your body. Inhale, star pose. And exhale, goddess. Bring your toes out and your heels in. Sit low. Moving into eagle arms, you might start with a bear hug, right arm below left. Back of hand to back of hand. Or palm to palm. If you're taking the full wrap, lift your elbows so they block your field of vision. And reach your thumbs away from your forehead. Continue to sink into your goddess pose, stretching your hips and the back of your shoulders. Now unwind your arms, inhale, star pose. Exhale, hands to hips, parallel your feet. Inhale here, and exhale, hinge forward into Prasarita. Hands can drop down to the floor once you get about halfway there. Allow your neck to relax here, and your weight to shift forward towards your toes. Perhaps soften your knees if your hamstrings feel tight in this shape. Now inhale, halfway lift your heart, and exhale, low lunge to the top of your space, pivot over your right shoulder. Inhale, step back to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, and again, bend your knee. Open up your hip. Take a few moments here to explore. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, low lunge, step or guide it through. Inhale, arms reach overhead, crescent lunge. Again, even your hips. Engage your legs. Take a breath in. Exhale, vertical twist to the left towards your bent knee. Keep your arms active here, but work to soften your shoulders. And while you're at it, check in with your jaw. Inhale, unwind, crescent lunge. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Press harder into the knife edge of your back foot here to lift your right arch. Continue to breathe deeply. Now inhale, bring your left arm overhead, bend your elbow, capture it with your right, and then pull back into your reverse warrior. Continue to drive your lunge and send your inhales to the left side of your rib cage, finding that side body stretch. One more breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, arms to a T. Left elbow to left thigh, right arm reaches up and overhead. Try to lighten up the amount of weight you have from elbow to knee, so you're still engaging through your core. Engage your side body. Inhale, lift up, star pose. And exhale, back to your goddess. Moving back into our eagle wrap. This time it's left arm below right. Feel free to find that bear hug, back of hand to back of hand, or full wrap. Again, if you have the full wrap, lift your elbows and bring your thumbs away from you to find that nice back of shoulder stretch. Unfurl your arms. Inhale, star pose. And exhale, hands to hips, parallel your feet. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, hinge forward, prasarita. Again, take a moment to hang here, coming back into your breath. Bring your hands underneath you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, top of your space. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. This is our flow. We'll walk through it twice more. Breath to movement. Here we go. Inhale, lift your right leg behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist right. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, star pose. And exhale, prasarita. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your space. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist left. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star pose. And exhale, prasarita, surrender forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, top of your space. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. This last time through our flow, we'll add on a little bit towards the end. I'll warn you when it's coming. Inhale, lift your right leg. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist right. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, prasarita. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, runner's lunge, pivot to the top of your space, and then toe heel your right foot further to the right so your hands come to the inside of your leg. Tap your left knee down, and then either stay lifted on your hands, drop to forearms on your block, or forearms on your mat. Allow your hips to sink forward into this stretch. Now begin to lift back up to your hands if not already there, till heel your right foot back to center for half splits, and then walk hands and hips back so your left hip stacks over your left knee. Lengthen your spine here, and maybe bring your left hand to your right toes, peeling them back to add a calf stretch here. Now inhale, begin to walk back forward to your lunge, tuck your back toes under, and exhale, high plank to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, re-extend, exhale, step through to your lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, exhale, vertical twist left. Inhale, crescent lunge, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, prasarita. Same add-ons as before. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, runner's lunge, toe heel left foot further to the left. And then tap your right knee down. Feel free to find the same arm variation as before, as long as it feels safe. And then sink your hips forward. Begin to lift back up to your hands. Toe heel your left foot back to neutral. And then find half splits. Reach your tailbone back towards the space behind you. And your heart forward towards your toes. Maybe bringing right hand to left toes to add that calf stretch. Now replant your hands. Walk forward into your lunge and then toe heel your left foot back to the left for runner's lunge. Tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee, and take one or multiple steps forward so your feet are out wide, toes out. Send your hips low for Malasana garland pose. Bring your hands to heart center, and now press your elbows into your knees to open your hips. Knees back into elbows, use this leverage to lift your heart. Always an option to sit on a block here for a little extra support. Now to release, plant your hands behind you, and then gently sit your hips down to the mat. You might turn to face the long edge of your mat for separate leg stretching. Tuck your left leg in, extend your right leg long to the diagonal. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, surrender forward over your right leg. So a little twist here. Make sure that your shoulders are even towards the ground. And that you're pressing into your left hip to keep it grounded here. If this feels good, stay. If you'd like to add a side body stretch, bring your right arm on the inside of your right leg. And then reach your left arm up and overhead towards your right foot, pivoting your heart more towards the front of your space or even the ceiling, and your gaze up. Now inhale, press into your grounded right hand to lift up, and then swap out your legs. Left leg extends, right leg tucks in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist left and hinge forward. Again, shoulders are even. Left hip is heavy. Breathe into the stretch. Just like before, stay here, or bring your left arm inside of your left leg. Right arm reaches up and overhead for your side body stretch. Press into your grounded left hand to lift back up. And then turn to face the front of your space. Scoot forward so your toes touch the top of your mat. Nice and slow and controlled, begin to make your way down onto your back. And as you get there, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe find a little free movement here. And then release your grip. Plant your feet for bridge pose. Inhale, press into your feet. Lift your hips high into the air for bridge pose. Feel free to slide your block underneath your hips for a little support here. Or to create a fist underneath you to give yourself a little extra height. If you have anything underneath you, release it and gently lower back down. Toe heel your feet just a little wider and begin to windshield wiper your knees from side to side, bringing your arms to your choice of a T or a cactus. Now the next time your knees fall over to the left, hold there for a twist. Perhaps gaze over your right shoulder to complete your twist. And if you'd like an outer hip stretch, you can lift your front left foot, place it on top of your right knee. You'll feel your hip lift a little bit. And as long as your back feels healthy here, you're welcome to stay a little longer. Now begin to release foot from knee, gaze back to neutral, and again take some windshield wipers with the knees side to side. This time, the next time your knees fall over to the right, we'll hold there. Same as before, you might lift your right foot, place it on your left knee for that hip stretch. Maybe gaze over your left shoulder to complete your twist. Relax as much as you can here. And again, start to slide foot off of knee, bring your gaze back to neutral, and your knees back overhead. This time, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. And then keeping your right knee in, extend your left leg long. Extend your right leg long towards the ceiling and take a grip either below or above your knee, behind your leg. You might circle out your ankle as you pull your leg in towards you for a nice hamstring stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, figure 4, bend your left knee, stack your right ankle on top. You can keep your feet grounded or grip behind your left knee and pull your legs in towards you for a little extra stretch. Now release to a full body stretch. And then inhale, hug your left knee into your chest. And then extend your left leg long, taking your grip anywhere behind your leg. Again, as you pull your leg in towards you, you might circle out your ankle. And again, bend your right knee, stack your left ankle on top for figure 4. If it works for you, find the same leg variation as before. And breathe into this stretch. Now uncross your legs, hug your knees into your chest. Stay there or open up into happy baby, capturing outer edges of feet, ankles, or behind your knees. Maybe find a little sway. Then as you're ready, Shavasana is your final release. Take a moment to stretch out and take up some space, and to allow your mind and your body to relax here. I'll leave you here in Shavasana. Please stay for as long as feels nourishing for you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope your body feels great after class. And check back in. I'll be posting another flow soon. The light and the love and the teacher within me sees and bows to the light and the love and the teacher within you. Namaste.